Namaste everyone. Welcome to second lecture of polynomials. In this lecture we are going to see relation between zeros and coefficient of polynomials. Let us consider a linear polynomial px equal to ax plus b. Now here we know that 0 of this polynomial is minus b upon a. If you compare from this polynomial, it is minus constant term divided by coefficient of x. Now let us consider a quadratic polynomial px equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Let alpha and beta are the zeros of polynomials. We will consider two zeros as alpha and beta, as we know that for a quadratic polynomial there is maximum two zeros. So let the two zeros are alpha and beta. So x minus alpha and x minus beta will be the factor. And I will write ax square plus bx plus c as k times x minus alpha into x minus beta. I will open this bracket on right hand side and simplify. After simplification I get ax square plus bx plus c as kx square minus k times alpha plus beta x plus k alpha beta. If I compare variables on left and right hand side, I will get coefficient of x square here is a and coefficient of x square here is k. So a will be equals to k. Similarly, b will be equals to minus k into alpha plus beta and c will be equals to k alpha beta. Now from these two relations, a is equals to k and b is equals to minus k alpha plus beta, I will get alpha plus beta as minus b by a. Now here if you see this alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a relation and this polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, you will find that this is equals to minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. Similarly, I will get alpha beta is equals to c upon a, which is constant term divided by coefficient of x square. So your denominator is a in both the cases, that is your denominator is coefficient of x square. Now coefficient of x square, this is highest degree present in the equation. So coefficient of the highest degree we can say, right? From right to left I am moving. First I have written minus b by a, then I have written c by a. So first is minus, then plus, and like this we can extend the concept. So let us see this cubic polynomial, which is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Now here I have at the maximum three zeros. So let alpha, beta and gamma are the three zeros, are three roots of the polynomial. Then again, as we have proved in the last slide, we can prove that alpha plus beta plus gamma is equals to minus b by a, that is minus coefficient of x square divided by coefficient of x cube. The first relation is the sum of zeros, which is minus b by a. The second relation is the product of two zeros, that is alpha beta, beta gamma and gamma alpha. There also I have product of zeros, and this is equals to c by a, that is coefficient of x upon coefficient of x cube. Now first we have got negative relation, then we have positive relation, again we have negative relation. So now I will take all the three zeros and multiply them. So alpha beta gamma is equals to minus d by a, which is minus constant term divided by coefficient of x square. So first relation is sum of all zeros. Second relation is we are taking two zeros at a time, multiplying them and taking their sums. Then we are taking three zeros, multiplying them, and if there are more such combinations then we are doing, and like that we can extend for degree 4, degree 5 and so on. In 10th standard, if you see syllabus, they have asked us to discuss the relationship between zeros and coefficient of polynomial for quadratic polynomial only. Now as in your NCERT textbook, cubic polynomial relation is also given. We have discussed that also here. Now let us move to some problems. Exercise 2.2. First problem is find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial and verify the relation between the zeros and the coefficient. Now here I have to find zeros, and how to find zero, that already we have discussed in our previous standard, that is 9th class. There we have studied factorization by splitting the middle term method. So by that method we will find zeros and then we will see the relationship that we have just discussed. Okay, so let us take x square minus 2x minus 8. Now Rewrite a into c, that is 1 into minus 8 is minus 8. I have to find two factors of minus 8 so that their addition is minus 2. So minus 4 and plus 2 will give me that answer. So I rewrite this expression as x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8. Now from this x square minus 4x I can take x common. So in bracket I will have x minus 4. So this x minus 4 I must get in the rest two terms also. So here if you see, if you take 2 common you will get x minus 4. Now x minus 4 I can take common in one bracket, and in other bracket I have x plus 2. So this is how we have factorized this x square minus 2x minus 8. Now I have to find zeros. So the value of x square minus 2x minus 8 is 0 when x minus 4 is 0 or x plus 2 is 0. We know that what is 0? It is the value of x for which this whole expression should be 0. So for this whole expression to be 0, we have either this factor 0 or this factor 0. So that gives me the value of x as 4 or value of x is minus 2. So 4 and minus 2, these are two zeros. Now I have to verify the relationship. So for verifying relationship, first I have sum of zeros. Now sum of zeros, that is 4 and minus 2. So sum of zeros is 4 plus minus 2, that gives me answer 2. And last slide we have seen that sum of zeros is minus b by a, that is minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. So here I can write this 2 as minus. Now coefficient of x, you can see it is minus 2. So minus 2 upon coefficient of x square is 1. So 1. If you simplify this, you are getting this term 2 only. So 2 I can write as minus 2 upon 1, which is minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. Now product of zeros is equals to 4 into minus 2, which is equals to minus 8. As we have seen in previous slide, product of zeros is c upon a. So I will write this minus 8 as minus 8 upon 1, which is constant term divided by coefficient of x square. So these relations already we have discussed. Here what we are doing, here we are verifying the relations. That means we are first finding zeros, then we are finding their sums and their products, and we are checking that they are equal to the relations which we have already studied. That is, in case of sum of zeros for quadratic polynomial, it is minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square, and product of zeros is constant term upon coefficient of x square. You can take these two zeros as alpha and beta also. Then you have alpha plus beta as minus b by a, and alpha into beta is c by a. Second question is 4s square minus 4s plus 1. Now as you know how to factorize, so you can proceed this problem, you can solve this yourself. As here you have to verify the relations, that means definitely you will understand from the solution whether you are doing right or wrong. Next, third question is 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. Here you will first rearrange this. You will write this as 6x square minus 7x minus 3, and then you can solve in the same way. Fourth question, 4u square plus 8u. Now here your c term is 0. So c by a, that is alpha into beta, you are going to get 0. Okay. Now t square minus 15, here your value of b is 0. So as value of b is 0, alpha plus beta is minus b by a. So alpha plus beta you are going to get as 0. How to factorize it, you all know. Okay, so you can solve these problems by yourself. Sixth problem is 3x square minus x minus 4. Again, try yourself. Now let us see the second question. Find a quadratic polynomial, each with the given number as the sum and product of its zeros respectively. So here 1 by 4 is the sum of zeros, and this minus 1 is product of 0, and we have to find the quadratic polynomial. In last lecture what we are doing, we have given a quadratic polynomial. We are verifying that sum is equals to minus b by a and the product is equals to c by a. Now what is this a, b and c? A is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant term. Okay. Now here I have to find those things. Now I have to find the value of a, b and c when alpha plus beta and alpha into beta is given. Now alpha plus beta, that is sum of zeros, and alpha into beta is the product of zeros. So let us start. Let the quadratic polynomial be ax square plus bx plus c, and its zeros be alpha and beta. So this is how we proceed. We will first consider the quadratic polynomial as ax square plus bx plus c and their zeros as alpha and beta. Now we have alpha plus beta as 1 by 4. As we know that it is minus b by a, so I will rewrite this as minus 1 divided by 4, right, which is minus b by a. And alpha into beta, minus 1 is given. Now it is equals to c by a, so I will rewrite this as minus 4 upon 4, that is I am multiplying and dividing by 4, so that my denominator term remain same, which is a. So this is how you have to proceed. You have to see to it that your value of a, that is your denominator in both the cases, that is alpha plus beta and alpha beta, should be same. So you have to take the LCM of denominator, right? So here it is 4 and here 1, so we have taken LCM of 1 and 4, and accordingly we have made the denominator same for both. Now if I take a is equals to 4, then value of b will become minus 1 and value of c will become minus 4, and hence I will say that my quadratic polynomial is 4x square minus x minus 4. I hope you understand how to proceed with this kind of problems. There are other ways also. It is up to you which way you prefer. Easy, you can follow. Okay. Now second question is root 2 and 1 by 3. So here again I will first consider the quadratic polynomial be ax square plus bx plus c and its zeros as alpha and beta. Now we have alpha plus beta as root 2 and alpha into beta as 1 upon 3. So here you can see that denominator is 3. Okay, this is c upon a. So what I will do, I will rearrange this root 2 so that here also I will get denominator 3 and I get minus sign in front. So I have written minus of minus 3 root 2 divided by 3, which is now in the form of minus b by a. Now if I compare, I will get the value of a as 3, value of b as minus 3 root 2 and value of c as 1. So I will say that my required quadratic polynomial is 3x square minus 3 root 2x plus 1. Now here in third question, sum is 0 and product is root 5. So let us again do in the same way. Alpha plus beta is 0. I will rewrite this as minus 0 upon 1. Alpha into beta is root 5. So it is root 5 upon 1 only. So it is c upon a. Now a is 1, b is 0 and c is root 5. So I will write the required polynomial as x square. Now this b term is 0. So I will not write that, plus root 5. Here I have alpha and beta as sum of 0 as 1 and product of 0 also 1. Try yourself. Next question, minus 1 by 4, 1 by 4. This also you can do by yourself. 4 comma 1. Try this question also. So by this we have seen the relation between zeros of polynomial and coefficients of their variables. Right? Okay. Thank you.